Okay, so welcome back once again, guys. Now in this lecture, I'll be talking about a normal distribution. So one of the most popular one, normal distribution, which is also a part of a continuous distribution, right? It's going to represent the area. So here, whenever we are talking about a normal distribution, so basically it always try to represent a bell-shaped kind of a area. And this entire area is going to be 1, as it is going to represent the probability distribution. And again, there is a function for representing a probability distribution. So here, whenever we are talking about this bell-shaped curve, so basically it try to form itself based on a mean, which is an average, and based on the standard deviation. So let's suppose if I have considered some of the data set, right? Let's suppose I have a hundreds of data set. So you will be able to find out, right? So if you have a hundreds of data sets, so you will be able to find out that within one standard deviation on your right hand side and your left hand side, so it holds 34 point approximately 1% data on this side and 34.1% of data this side, just within one standard deviation, So negative and a positive. So just within one standard deviation, 34.1, 34.1. So in total, if I'm going to draw these lines, so in total, in this yellow region that you are able to see, so it is holding a 68% of the data if my data set is normally distributed. So 68.2% of the data it is holding in just yellow region. What does that mean? So let's suppose I have a data set given to me. So I will be able to find out a mu for sure, and plus minus one standard deviation. So obviously I will be able to find out the standard deviation of the data, right? So just in a one standard deviation, it is holding approximately 68% of my data, whatsoever data that I'm going to give. Then additionally, so in a two standard deviation on both the sides, so negative of two standard deviation and positive of two standard deviation on both the side. So additionally, it is holding 30.6% and 13.6% of the data. So this red region, this particular region is holding 13.6 additional data and 13.6 additional data. So from here to here, how much data it is holding? So 13.6 plus 68% of the data. So in total, in this particular region, it is going to hold this much of the data set. So approximately a 95% of the data, 68 plus 13.6, if you are going to do. So you can say that this within two standard deviation plus and minus, approximately it is trying to hold how much of data? So approximately it is going to hold 95% of the data if my data set is normally distributed. As simple as that. Now, so here there is a 3 standard deviation concept. So under 3 standard deviation, right? So 3 standard deviation positive on this side and 3 standard deviation negative on this side. So additionally, it is going to hold in this region and in this region. So additionally, it is going to hold 2.1% here and 2.1% here. So I can claim that under 3 standard deviation, approximately it is going to hold 99.9% of the data if my data set is normally distributed. If my data set is going to form a bell-shaped curve, equally distributed, right? Normally distributed, I would say, right? So 99, not 99.9, I think I have made a mistake, 99.7% of the data, approximately it is going to hold. And rest 0.3% of the data, I would say, so or approximately 0.15% of the data, it is holding on this tail and on this particular tail side. So this is how a normal distribution is going to hold a data. Or let's suppose if someone is asking me with respect to like a question. So for example, if someone is going to ask me a question that someone is going to ask me a question that height of men, basically, I have taken a height of maybe hundreds of men, right? And it is showing me a normal distribution. So it is trying to show me a bell curve, by the way. So average height is going to be 175 centimeter, for example, and a standard deviation, so which is this one, is technically a 10 centimeter, right? Technically 10 centimeter. Yeah. So standard deviation is 10 centimeter. Now, if someone is going to ask me that what is a probability probability that randomly selected man is in between 165 to 185 centimeter. Yeah, so this is the question someone is going to ask me, that average height is given to me, standard deviation is given to me. Now this 68%, this 95%, this 99% is technically trying to talk about the probability. Yeah, this is technically trying to talk about the probability for me. Now here, so if I'm just trying to calculate within the first standard deviation, so for example, mu is given to me. So mu is 175 plus minus 10 standard deviation. So this is going to give me a range between 165 to 185, right? 165 to 185. Now, so just within one standard deviation, I have done this calculation, 175 plus minus 10, right? Which is 10 is one standard deviation. So if I'm going to put 2 over here, so 2 into 10, so in that case, 2 standard deviation. So I'm able to get my range. I'm able to get my range. And that was a part of question, that what is the probability that randomly selected men is in between 165 to 185. So I'm able to get this range. So what is the probability? So probability is going to be 68%. Simple. So based on the empirical rule, so this is technically called as empirical rule. And based on the empirical rule, I can say that there is a 68% chance, there is a 68% chance, or 0.68 is a probability that selected men will be having height between 165 to 185. How I'm able to find out? Simple, based on this particular distribution, because this entire distribution is trying to represent what? A probability at the end of the day. Yeah, probability at the end of the day. Now, so there is a formula. There is a probability density function for a normal distribution. So probability density function for a normal distribution, and it says that 1 by root of 2 pi deviation square, yeah, standard deviation square, into e to the power minus of data minus mu of a square divided by 2 standard deviation square. So this is basically a PDF for a normal distribution. So basically this formula always try to gives you the height of the curve. So this formula gives you what? So this formula gives you basically a height of the curve. So this height of the curve, this is trying to give you, right, height of the curve for a given input. At any point of a time, it is going to give you the height of the curve. And if you are going to find out the area in between two things, obviously you will be able to find out the probability. So this is my PDF function for a normal distribution, which is one of the very famous distribution you will be able to see most frequently throughout your data science journey. So hope this makes sense to all of us. And with that, thank you so much everyone. Take care and see you again in my upcoming lecture.